Okay, so this is a T-side Mirage A Take. This is a super structured A Take, take it or leave it, whatever. You can break it apart all you want, but this is like everyone has their role, everyone does what they're gonna do, and should work out. It should, like, you know, be all good for getting the bomb plant and winning the round. It's not guaranteed though, don't be taking my word, don't sue me for that. So yeah. This is a long video. It's going to be explaining every single part to every single individual thing. If you want the quick, just rundown of what everybody does, I'll include a clickable link thing, whatever you call them, in the video if you want to see, if you want to skip to that part. But okay, if you're still here, you're most likely want to see the explaining part. Okay, so one person goes palace, 4 go short. It's how they split up. There's going to be 5 people, obviously, because it's the start of the round. The 5 people, I'm going to call them different things. Palace guy is Palace guy, obviously. Then there's going to be the entry fragger, who's the front man. And then there's going to be a jungle guy. You'll see why everything. There's going to be Tetris guy. And then there's going to be the bomb carrier, bomb guy. Alright. So there's 3 sections to every person, what they do. There's the pre-take, there's the what they do during the take, and then there's the, you know, post-plant, post-take sort of deal. Obviously, there's 3 parts of anything, but so I'm gonna go each individual person, what they do for each 3 parts, and what to do. Okay, so first palace guy, pre-take, you just wait. You wait for any pushes. You don't peek out, because this is supposed to be an explosive take. Like, they shouldn't see anybody unless they push, obviously, but they shouldn't see anybody before the take actually happens. So you don't want to be peeking this, even if you have an op, unless you're like, I don't know, you know you'll get this pick or something, whatever. But don't be peeking that much. Don't be showing yourself. You want to not be known that you're here. If they do push, just be prepared for it. Have your gun out until the take actually happens. During the take, as soon as everybody starts going, you get in this corner, you look here, and you just run forwards and throw. Pretty easy. Does a little bit of bouncy doodle and pops right here. The good thing about this flash is it flashes like a lot of people. This is going to be smoked off and everything, but it should flash everybody over here. You know, anybody here, just anybody really, but it won't flash people hiding coming out in Tetris, like. But here's the deal: if it flashes and you're right here, it won't flash you, but if you're on top of this box, it will. For the structured part, no one should really be up here while this flash is going off, but if you do come up here, like you do it for some reason and you just want to, be aware that that flash is happening, since, you know, just look away, look to your right, and you should be good. Anyway, this guy throws his flash, doop, and then immediately jumps across. He should probably have his gun out. He, she, whatever. They should probably have their gun out. See if anybody's in this corner. That's pretty important. But basically, you throw the flash, and you're going to instantly Molotov that. How you do that? You see this piece of wood? It's kind of darker than the rest. You just look right in the middle of it and throw. Gets down here. Molotovs everybody is going to hurt. Obviously, somebody right here isn't going to get burned, but there's no real way to Molotov that. From up there, at least. Unless you, like, do some bank shot from Tetris into there, but it's already Molotov. So that's what you do for the take. That's your whole purpose, basically. You can, you know, peek out, but it's not wise to, because the bomb planter is going to be planting either there or there, either one, you know, whichever one suits his fancy. But you're going to be the post-plant guy. You're going to make sure that, you know, if it's a 1v1, 1v2 situation and he's trying to defuse, you'll be the guy who can spray him down, you know, wait for like the 3 seconds in and start killing him, sort of deal. You're going to be one of those guys. There's multiple people for that, but that's what you do post-plant, or post-take. As soon as that everything, you can peek out the only reason I see to peek out, since that's smoked off, this is going to be cleared, various things, if you want to take a different angle on like a guy triple box or default, since no one else is going to be really seeing them from Tetris, you can peek out, kill him. That would be good, but also probably the main thing that I was thinking is if someone's hiding in this corner, it would be a good thing to go and just check that real quick. You know, get here, so it's like if you're coming out, you're like, hey, okay, hey, whatever. Just, I mean, if you want to check that, you're gonna have your back completely to the whole site, so it's kind of dangerous. But yeah, that's what you do. Oh, jeez, there's an update. Cool. So that's what you do. You just wait. You're the post plant guy. You don't peek out unless like absolutely necessary. Like that's up to you, but just try not to peek out all the time. And you know, you're the post plant guy. You'll kill anybody who is trying to get on the bomb and help out anybody on the site. You're just the helper guy. Okay. So that's the only guy in Palace. That's his job. That's what he does. Palace, you know, is a good angle for tees, but it's also a bad angle. It's good for post plant, but bad for entering because there's so many angles you have to check. But for Tetris, it's not that much. Anyway, so there's 4 people going to be here. Let me just do a quick rundown of what everybody's doing, these 4 people. There's going to be the entry fragger, this guy. He's going to watch for a push. He's not going to throw any nades. He's just watching for a push, kind of like Palace was, watching for a push. And there's a guy who's going to throw a jungle smoke, which is from right there. There's going to be a guy throwing a stair smoke from right here, and a guy with the bomb. That's key. This guy's the last guy, and he has the bomb. He's going to be throwing the CT side. CT smoke. Okay, so the entry fragger guy is going to be the first guy in when the take actually happens, but pre-take, he's just watching here. Everybody, since the jungle guy's up here and you know everybody else is back there, there shouldn't be really, if someone pushes, they won't see anybody else besides you, and that's why you don't have the bomb. Entry fragger, but you just clear this corner, just make sure nobody's pushing. Don't peek too much this angle. If it's smoked off, you wait for the smoke to dissipate and then the take happens, because you know you don't want to be running through smoke because somebody could be hiding here or really anywhere on site, and it wouldn't really be that helpful if you die like instantly and there's no one to get the trade. But you just push in, you're just here, or you just wait for anybody to push in. During the take, you don't really do anything. You're just the guy who dictates when you go. Now, since there's gonna be, let me just run out of here. Since there's gonna be a stair smoke, a jungle smoke, a CT smoke, you only have to worry about this area, like this whole inner area. There's nothing from the outside. Think of the quote-unquote outside, since your guy's got Palace, okay? Your goal, since I'm just going to say now, this is going to be mollied off. That we already know it's going to be mollied off. And there's going to, so basically you only have to focus on sight, since everything else is going to be smoked off. So you just run straight in. You just entry frag, basically. You get right into the middle of sight, pressure the heck out of anybody who's thinking about holding sight, and you just push straight in. You're gonna be here and kill people, and if someone can get the trade, then the second guy in. Or if you die, the second guy can get the trade. Okay, your post plant is gonna be this box. You're just gonna hide at this box, basically. There's gonna be 2 people at this box. One can watch CT, one can watch like stairs, kind of peek it, or like peek connector or anything, because you shouldn't have to worry about Tetris or Palace because there's people going to be there. But you stay on site. This is where you stay. It's pretty easy to stay here. I don't know, you can watch CT, you can dictate for the other guy who's going to be here, but one watches CT, one watches, you know, this area, which should be alright, since you'll find out that there's going to be a guy right here, so no one can really push up onto you. Alright, so that's the entry fraggers guy. He waits, he waits, pushes straight in, just, you know, is the entry fragger. You know, I don't know a lot about that, but entry frags and then stays around this box. Post plant. Okay. The second guy. Oh yeah. Second guy is the jungle guy. Let me show you the jungle smoke. These three things you get right in the middle. There's a different jungle smoke for everything, but this is mine, and it covers like the whole area, so you don't have to worry about anything. This thing halfway, you just look to the left, so it's perpendicular with that. So it's just like boop boop. Pretty easy. Or you can think about it as like this. It's halfway there, but you just throw it there, and bounces off this stuff and smokes everything off. This is the most centered it can be. You know, maybe someone can get like right up close and barely see. Someone can get right up close, barely see on the sight. But that's the most centered it's gonna be, since it's equal on both sides. It's not. You don't want one side to be more full than the other, I guess. So that's the jungle smoke. Throw it again for all you peeps who can't remember it. Just halfway from there. Boop. Easy. Okay, you're going to jump down instantly. Entry fragger's going to be here, so you're going to be the second guy in. What you do instantly is you just molly off this place. Alright? This allows the entry fragger to come in, clear just everything on site. Because as soon as he clears this corner and you clear this corner, whatever, this is empty. Like, this is the only thing you have to worry about. The only angles you have to worry about that you can't see somebody is one, the people in these positions that are getting mollied out and getting super hurt, might even die there. But the only positions that you can't see somebody right now, Pine Triple, Default, and Firebox, and Ninja, I guess. But since the entry fragger is running this way, Mr. Second Guy here, after throwing his smoke and mollying out Sandwich, that's just how you throw it, it's easy. So, you know, where that corner is clear, you're going to kind of side swipe. Now, with this molly, it's kind of difficult to swipe, honestly. But instead of going straight forward for this, you're going to hug this wall and just hit him from the side. So while the entry fragger is coming in here, maybe looking this way, clearing this corner, doing this, you're going to be coming from the side swiping him. Remember, there's a smoke here, so you don't have to worry about anything. Side swiping him, taking out this different angle, because honestly, if you're playing here, you can only isolate. If you come out here to fight this guy while the entry fragger is coming here, just kill you in the back. Same deal if you're fighting the entry fragger. Guy from the side comes out. It's just fighting two things at once. Same with Default. Entry fragger can, you know, come here. I mean, that's kind of a scary spot. Entry fragger, that's where the Palace guy should kind of peek out. Just right after the take, make sure Default is clear for the entry fragger, so he doesn't have to worry about that. You know, the guy can shout out, you know, Default, clear, whatever. So yeah, that's what you do. You throw your smoke. I haven't talked about post plant yet, but just so you know, you throw your smoke, jump down, everybody's getting set up, molly that, you come out, you're gonna hug this wall, you might get hurt, just, you know, kind of go around it. Everybody has to go around it because that's a scary Molotov, but you have to clear that corner, you know. You can easily get just absolutely shreked from there. Maybe even Palace guy can clear the corner, whatever happens. Whatever happens, happens. But that's a good Molotov for you to do, Choke guy. And you wrap around, but what do you do from here? You kind of get right here. Now, here's the thing. You do not want to side swipe it, get right here, and then 90-degree angle, and like get, you know, you have to swoop in, because if there's a smoke here, and say it's messed up a little bit, and there's just that crack, they're going to see you this whole way, and they're going to just be murdering you. But if you kind of side swipe like this, one, you're going to be in this guy's face, so maybe it's an eco, and you're just doing this with very low nades. You're going to be right in this guy's face, and, you know, you're instantly on site. Your post plant is also at this double box, along with the entry fragger. Remember, you can watch this while the other guy watches that, or you can watch this while the other guy watches this. You know, just watch these two angles. Don't worry about anybody pushing on you, because there's going to be a guy right here. Now, why is there two people also triple box? Because if the entry fragger does die, coming right into the middle of sight, that's multiple good things, even though he died and everything. But that's multiple good things. One, anybody can pick up any nades that he dropped, because remember, entry fragger isn't throwing any nades until post plant. Like, say CT needs to be smoked again, or there's a guy opper jungles, so or in connector and you Molotov it, whatever. He's gonna have full nades, so if he does die, you can pick it up. The second guy is gonna be coming in and sideswipe and murder those fools, and actually help the first guy and get the trades in. Also, if the entry fragger dies, you still have a guy default box checking both of these corners. You don't really need to check stairs. Just kind of crouch here and watch CT, because stairs guy can't do anything without actually getting onto sight. And remember, there's a guy right here. Alright, so yeah, throw your smoke, throw a Molotov, sideswipe, and stay at box. Do the opposite of whatever the entry fragger's doing. Third guy, almost done with all the people. Third guy is gonna do the stairs smoke. How you do it, you get on the step, get right here, just right in the middle somewhere. You see this little rectangle thing, I don't know what to call it, but it's the only kind of enclosed area. It's this. You just look right in the middle and you throw. Very simple, very easy, looks fancy, but it's very simple, very easy. Completely smokes off stairs. Like, there's no hope for the stairs guy unless he like freaking peers over this and like looks over ticket booth. But remember, that's smoked off, so he's not even gonna see anything. So yeah, that's the stair smoke. Very easy, very simple, very easy. But what you can do, same with this guy. So that's your first smoke. You're gonna flash over. Now, this is not really a necessary flash, but it's more of a, if there's anybody holding close or is caught off guard by all these smokes, they're gonna get flashed by this flash. What you do is you just jump out, and you want to hug this wall when you throw it. And you aim high, always aim high. You don't want to hit that wall, which is something that happens often. Aim high, just throw it over. Because if you throw it that way, I'll show you. If you throw it to the right more, sure, it might be more open for anybody, on Firebox, but it's going to blind your teammates, because it doesn't, maybe it's off your screen, whatever, but it's going to blind your teammates really bad. And that's happened before, someone just entry frags out. But if it's right up here, I'll throw it again, so the thing is there. If it's right up here, you gotta be running while you're throwing it, otherwise it's gonna be pretty bad. But if it's right up here, as soon as you actually see it, as soon as it pops, even if you're right here, it's so far up there, it's basically like, right straight above you. So it's gonna be just like a quick little flash. Like, I don't know how to demonstrate it, but it's just going to be like a millisecond flash. It's just going to turn your screen white. It shouldn't really affect anybody, but if it's right here, it could. Not saying it will, but it could. Since there's going to be 4 people here, and it's going to flash at least one of them, and you don't want anybody to be blind. But here's the deal. If you're throwing the flash and it pops, you're going to be like right here when the flash actually pops. So, in all honesty, when this is flashing, like when it's popping, the smoke should be blooming. So, no one should really be pushing out just yet, because you want the smokes to be bloomed before you push out. So it doesn't even really matter in that regard, but just to be safe, in case the entry fragger is being aggressive or whatever, just throw it close to the wall and you should be good. Boop, pop. And yeah, if you do it, actually, pretty good doo-doo, should get you. It should get everybody, even the people who are at Firebox. Anyway, that's what you do pre-take. You throw your smoke, which is easy. You get on the step, throw it in the middle of this weird thing. You don't have to be super accurate, but it's good to do it. Okay, did it. And you throw your flash. Aim high, throw it. You're coming in through here. You're not throwing any nades unless you want to. See, now this is flashed out. Now here's the deal. There's 2 other spots you can molly. You can either molly triple box, which would be actually pretty good if you hit it correctly. I mean, that kind of goes too far. Best thing to do is really to hit in this corner, because yeah, it's kind of off, but it does still reach anybody, and you're gonna have to peek out to not get hurt by it. So it's good just to make sure it lands there so it doesn't do what I did and bounce off that wall. But you can either molly that, or you can molly firebox. Now, two things. Well, here's another one. You can molly this, honestly. You can molly default box, but here's the deal. The reason you're mollying this and the reason you're mollying that, the only thing a good molly is for, you know, killing them. If they don't peek, they're gonna die. But if they do peek, you're gonna be in this. They're gonna be in your line of sight. So, you know, if you molly here and someone's here, they either die here or they're gonna peek out and have to fight you with like low health. If someone's here, mollied, they're either gonna die here and they're gonna peek out into your sight. Same with firebox. They're either gonna super die here, or you know, they can't really escape unless they figure out this jump. You have to be on like this ledge before you do it. Ugh. Whatever. Even if they escape, they're gonna be like wailing, being scared, and you can kill them from there. If they're here, you know, they have to peek out if they don't want to get hurt by that molly. But what it all comes back to is if you molly this, in whatever way you do it, maybe it hits more here, someone's here, they fall back. They're not in the line of sight of anybody. Tetris still. Sure, they're going to be, you know, entry tracker and they're going to be hurt, but they can fall back and not be seen. They could even get back to Ninja. See these marks? They can get back to Ninja. Now, I forgot about this, but the guy who's sideswiping, jungle guy, who throws his jungle smoke, the guy who's sideswiping, perfect angle for this. You don't have to worry about this. You can just stare straight on, and you're not going to miss the ninja guy, basically. So, ninja spot, so it's not the basic take where everybody runs out and everybody just plants here and everybody's running on site like this and no one's even thinking about, you know, checking ninja, and the ninja, you know, murders like 5 people, diffuses it. That's not going to happen because you're sideswiping it. You know, this is not everybody's running through here, everybody's looking at CT, everybody's on site. Post plant, everybody's spread out in different positions. You're going to see this guy if he's there. So that's the thing. But back to this, if you do molly it, in whatever way you do, ninja guy's going to be safe. He's, you know, he's going to be safe, and this guy can just fall back into ninja. So, you know, all these other molly positions are good because if they peek out, you can murder them. But if you're here, you can just fall back. But here's the counter that you know, it's Counter-Strike. There's lots of counters. If you do molly it, then someone gets up here. Actually, there's gonna be a Tetris guy coming up. That's the stair guy, actually. The guy we're talking about right now. If he does get up here, he's gonna see you, or you're gonna see them, and vice versa. If someone fell back, you're gonna see them from here. Like if someone mollies and they don't peek out, they just fall back. Anybody here you're gonna see like their head or torso, but you're only gonna see their head and torso, and that's a bad thing. If someone's back here, they see your whole body, dude. Like, even if you fall back into that corner, they're still gonna see you, because, you know, you're like, oh, the wall's covering it, but based on like angles and stuff, they're still gonna see your arm or something, and they could, you know, get right in this corner and still shoot. See, that's like right next to me. Scary. And even if you do hide in that corner, you're not really being effective in that corner because you're just hiding in a corner, right? So that's the whole reason you don't want to molly this. You can, and you can have a plan of mollying that and then getting here and taking that fight. But, you know, if you're gonna, it just depends on your skill, depends on how you're feeling that day, whatever. And anybody really from Palace can just quick peek out, see if there's anybody default. You don't, you know, you don't even have to expose yourself that much to see if there's anybody default. You don't have to expose yourself to CT or Firebox, anything. You don't even have to expose yourself to a guy that's standing here. One last thing with the jungle thing, jungle guy, side swiper. He's, super important to all this C6 Ninja. But you should also see this, honestly, because the entry fragger is not going to be looking there. Entry fragger's looking anything on site. Entry fragger isn't looking about there. You should be looking there. You're looking for all the different weird angles. You're looking for, guy there, guy here, guy there, guy there. Entry fragger ain't looking there. Entry fragger's looking for triple box, default, the most dangerous positions, not just these weird corner ones. So, side swiper, you're that. I keep interspersing these side swiper guys, but it's super important. Okay. So, barely gone over everything. Okay, so those are your pre-take smokes. Oh yeah, pre-take, it depends on these two people. There's going to be a guy here and a guy here. If, there's a smoke in Tetris and you just want to be watching this corner, you can stay here, watch this from behind, and just check it out. Be all cool like that. Or this guy can do that, but obviously this guy has a better angle, so you might want to be doing that. Until you're already standing here and you just take out your smoke and look up and throw. This guy has like a jump throw and everything, and it could be more difficult, whatever. So anyway, you throw your smoke, you throw your flash, your utility guy basically, and you throw a molly. You either throw a molly there, you could throw a molly back at the firebox, you could throw even one there, but I said, it's not what I would do, and take the headshot angle on that guy. What's your post plan? So basically smoke, flash, and molly maybe, depending. Firebox may be good because, there's no real way to check that unless just getting straight up to it and looking at it. So firebox may be the best option unless there's like multiple people there. But here's the thing with mollying that is that, your side swiper guy or even your entry fragger, it's gonna have to wait for this molly to go, and that's precious, like 6-7 seconds that smoke's gonna be there, because this guy's just completely exposed until he gets behind this box. Okay, so you throw your molly. What's your post plant? Well, besides everybody who's like, oh, okay, stay in this box, okay, stay in palace, you got a lot of options really. You got sandwich and Tetris in short area. You can stay anywhere here. Basically, you're in charge of short. If you're sandwich, I was about to call it sandbags. If you're sandwich, just be in sandwich, be a nuisance. You can kill anybody who stares. Be aware of CT though, because they could see you for a lot of different areas. Like if you're in CT, you can actually see like into that back right corner, right there. So you don't want to be like super back in here, because they can still see you. So you can be in sandwich, but you can be mollied out there, remember. But if you do get mollied out, remember, you get back. If you're standing here and you're just like, oh, someone mollied me, get out here. And, it's like, okay, if you're in a car crash, stay calm and do this. Like, reactionary, you're probably gonna, I don't know, just get out here. But that's bad. You're out in the open. You're open to CT. But if you get here, you're protected by this box all the way. If you just get out back into Tetris, you can get onto these boxes, still be a nuisance to stairs, and basically, be protected. You can be on these boxes post-plant, because remember, it could be planted there or there, so you've seen it a bunch, probably, anybody who's watching, but, someone's here, and it's planted for there, and you just peek out, murder them, if they're trying to defuse. So, in a 1v2 or something, that's gonna happen. Man, this is getting 30 minutes long, but I like talking, sorry. So, yeah, this guy comes out, and, your post-plant is gonna be basically just murdering these people, and being the post-plant nuisance. This is where you can Molotov this area if, they're diffusing here, but what if there's a smoke? I don't know. I guess you could, like, nade it if you, like, threw it right in that corner, hurt them. But, you're going to be the post-plant guy. You're going to make sure, you can honestly I'd say the main job is just make sure nobody gets to the bomb, really, if they're going here. And watch short, because you're gonna be the first, you're gonna be the first one to die if someone flanks short. So if you're staying in short, stay in this back corner, so if someone walks up, you know, kill them. But, yeah, if anybody's short, they're gonna murder you. You know, it would take super discipline if someone were to, like, see you and then see anybody, but they're only gonna see the default people. And, okay, this is gonna happen, but anybody who's at triple box, someone's gonna come through short, not kill this guy. This guy's just, you know, hasn't looked there in a while. He's gonna be just checking this corner. You know, there's a bunch of pressure CT or something. And, you know, both of these guys are watching CT, and they're just going to spray you down the back, and then spray transfer and kill you, or this guy kills him, and now, you know, this guy just got 2 kills, and it was super good trade. These people are going to blame you, Tetris guy, but don't feel any pain, because they shouldn't do that. Just don't feel any pain, because honestly, you should have checked it, yeah, but you didn't, you know. There's nothing you can really go about that. So just make sure you check it every once in a while. That won't happen. If it does happen, don't feel bad. Just, you know, remember next time. It is your fault, but what if you saw that guy and he just, you know, you looked over and he saw that you looked over and murdered you? Well then, honestly, it would be bad. And if you're standing here and someone pushes up and you murder them, well then it's a good thing that you murdered them, because obviously if you're just checking they're here the whole time, you wouldn't have murdered that guy. So there's just a bunch of different scenarios, but just to be, you're the first short guy to go unless this guy has super discipline and just doesn't murder this guy. Alright, so yeah, that's your post plant. You're just Tetris area. Last guy, and then I'll do the overview. Last guy, CT. You throw your CT smoke. Pre-thing, you watch here. Or you just set up your smoke. You don't really have a job. Pre-take. During the take, how you get the CT smoke is you get right here. Right in the middle of this wall. You look here and you jump throw. Now I have a bind for jump throw, which makes it, you know, perfect every time sort of deal. If you don't, it should be in the general area. You know, it should be just like a little bit too short or a little bit too long, but honestly it's right in the center, so the only nuisance it would be is to somebody right here, but they're not going to see you. Even if it's a deep smoke, they're not going to see anybody triple box. So get a jump bind if you want. If you don't, just jump throw. It's easy, just jump and at the apex of your throw, or apex of your jump, throw. And that's the only thing you do. You don't throw any mollies, because guess what? You have the bomb, don't you? You should have the bomb, because that's how you're planned. You're the last guy in, and you're gonna have the bomb. And your whole goal, since there's already 3 people in front of you, and they're just checking all the corners. There's a guy already here, guy Palace, you know, checked all the corners. There shouldn't be anybody else. You just run up, you plant here. You run up or you plant here. Honestly, to be safe, since you're going to be here, and there's not going to be a lot of time, I would run through the center. Why? Because if there is anybody firebox, nobody mollied it, whatever, if you do plant, you're not going to be like, I guess I should say, you shouldn't have your bomb out, for one. You shouldn't, you know, just scratch that. You shouldn't have your bomb out. You should have your gun out, and maybe you check firebox. Because if it's under Palace, then maybe Palace guy can get it, or Tetris guy can run up and get the bomb if you die. But whatever, just plant. Plant either here or plant here. One of these two. Because, remember, we have 2 post-plant positions just dedicated to killing people on the bomb. Especially this guy. Because this guy has both this angle and that angle. All these angles he has. Don't know why I said it like that. But he has all these angles. And this guy especially has this angle and could hurt somebody quickly if they're at that bomb. Alright, so you plant the bomb and that's your goal. You're going to have full nades, besides a smoke obviously. So you'll still have a Molotov. So will this guy. Now, Yeah, that's the scary. This guy. No, okay. Sorry. That's the scary part. The reason you're gonna have a Molotov is because, you know, if somebody's on the bomb, you throw that first. If there's pressure on site, you focus. Like, if there's people coming CT, throw it on the bomb. Just boom. Okay, that didn't work. Throw it on the bomb. Boom. Throw it on the bomb. You just got you're the angle guy for both of these things, because the guy up here doesn't have the molly one because he had to clear this out. He's the only guy who can clear out under palace, under balcony. You know, he can swoop out and murder anybody, but you're gonna be the molly guy. You're the only one with a molly. This guy could have thrown his molly. Remember, he's the guy who either throws, you know, a firebox molly. Even if he doesn't, that would be good for him because he can also molly there or there. Basically, if you have a molly left, make sure you throw it on the bomb if there's pressure, and make sure you're safe while you do it. That's the first thing. If you can throw a grenade, do it. You know, just be like, okay, oh, there's pressure, okay, I know bomb's there, I'm gonna throw a molly on it. Unless there's people there, obviously, you don't want to do that. Anyway, your post plant is gonna be right here. And you're gonna be watching this corner. You don't have to worry about CT because the guy's triple box got anybody CT, but you don't have to worry about CT. You only have to worry about this angle. Now, I believe if someone is in this corner, you will be able to see them. Like, if you're in this back corner, you should be able to see anybody who's hiding there. Most likely, yeah, you should be. But, and you should see their feetsies. But you're going to stay in this corner, and you're going to just hide in this corner, and you're going to be just the nuisance to anybody who crosses. That's your job, alright? You're going to be the molly guy, since you haven't thrown your molly, most likely. And you're going to just be the nuisance to anybody who tries to go here. You don't have to worry about Tetris or anybody coming up close. You don't have to worry about Palace because there's a guy in there. You just worry about people crossing. You don't peek out, because peeking out's one of the worst things you can do. And you're like, why? Well, because there's not going to be smokes here. And it's most likely that someone can't smoke off, like, stairs, unless, like, I try and yeah, it doesn't work, or like I try hitting that wall but it was too high, or something like that. You know, it's most likely someone can't smoke off stairs. Oh, look at that wall. Someone can't smoke off stairs from anywhere else. So if you peek out, you know, you might have the upper hand. You know, if someone really needs help, it's like, you know, it's a 2v1 or something, and you just peek out and double kill them. But most likely you should just stay here, wait for anybody to cross, because that's what your job is. Your job is so these people that are at triple box don't die from anybody pushing, basically. So yeah, that's your post plant. Work with all the flashes you need, work with the smokes, you, entry fragger, and Palace guy. Alright, now on to the overview section. Okay, so that was a super long video, but this is the review section, so very short and sweet. A Take, full nades. Everybody should have full nades. There's only some necessary nades, but it's a good idea for everybody to have Molotovs and smokes and everything, because you have to clear corners. Alright, so one guy Palace, 4 guys short. Palace guy. There's 3 parts to everything. Every person does 3 things. There's the pre-plant, or the pre-take, at the take, and the post-take. Pre-take for this guy. He's just watching for the angles. Watching for anybody pushing. And if anybody does push, kill him, most likely. But you're just watching for pushing. The actual take, you get in this corner, look here, you run forward and throw. Pops out, flashes basically everyone. After the flash pops, you're going to run out here with your gun out, check this corner, alright? Pull out a Molotov, clear out under Palace. Goody gun drops. Okay, post plant. Maybe peek out, check default, because that's a dangerous angle for anybody here. These are smoked off still, so maybe check this corner. But most likely, unless it's a necessity, you're the post-plant guy. If the bomb's planted and you know it's a 1v1, 1v2, you're gonna be the guy who, like, he hits the defuse and you're gonna peek out like after 3 seconds. You're gonna be the guy who's on the bomb. So that's the 3 things you do. Alright. Next guy is the entry fragger. There's 4 people in short, remember, there's the entry fragger. He's gonna be the first one in. Pre-take, he just holds the corner, waits for anybody to push, and, you know, if he pushes, kill him, most likely. Same guys, same thing as Palace. As soon as everything happens, you don't throw any nades, you just push out. Remember, everything, just don't worry about it. Everything's going to be basically cleared out except for sight and for this corner. Sight and this corner. So you're going to run out straight in and just entry frag. You know, murder anybody, just pressure them straight up, right in their face, just run onto sight and be a madman. That's your take. Second thing, you're going to stay at, or post-take, post-plant, you're going to be at triple box, checking stairs or CT. There's going to be another guy with you at triple box who's going to be doing the same. So say you're watching stairs, he's going to be watching CT, you're watching CT, he's going to be watching stairs. And that's just what you do. You just be beasts there. Alright, second guy is going to be the jungle guy. He's going to be standing up here. Pre-take, just not really doing anything. Maybe just have his gun out so if someone does push the entry fragger, you can get the trade on him. But basically, jungle smoke is in the middle of these 3 piers. You stand in the middle of it. Look right here. It's like from this bottom portion up. You're going to look right there and just throw. Very simple. Lands right in the middle. I have everything like directly in the middle, so there's no real angles from anywhere. You're going to be up here. So that's what your take is. And what you instantly do after doing that is you jump down and you throw a Molotov here. So you clear out this angle. Entry fragger's going this way. You clear out this angle. And what you're going to do is you're going to side swipe it. Throw the Molotov better so it doesn't land this far out, but whatever. You're going to side swipe. You're going to check for all the odd angles. You're checking for this. You're checking for ninja corner. You're just going to be hugging this wall and just swooping in from the side. Entry fragger's going straight in. You're just side swiping him, killing anybody here, doubling on anybody, triple box. You're just checking the weird angles, checking if anybody's there, or just weird angles there or there. Since the entry fragger's looking this way, you're looking this way. Alright? Post plant, you're going to swoop in to here, and you're going to be the second guy at triple box. You're focused on here, while the other guy's focused on here, vice versa. You're both checking these angles. You can peek if you want, if you need to, but they could have ops and that could be scary, so don't try to do it too often. Okay, next guy. Next guy is the stairs guy. What you're going to do, you're going to be utility guy, basically. You're going to get upstairs pre-plant. You're going to be checking behind you. Make sure nobody pushes. This is your goal. You know, if they do push, catch them off guard, because they're most likely going to be like running with their knives out. Stay here. This is how you do a stair smoke. You get right up onto this ledge, right in the middle. You're going to look in the middle of this whole thing, I don't know, and just look there and throw. Very simple, very easy. What you do right after you throw that, this is your take, is you're going to get out here and you're just going to throw a flash hugging this wall. And you're going to aim high and throw, running forward. Always aim high so it doesn't hit that wall and mess up. It's all good. It'll flash people. Don't want to flash it too right because people will get flashed as they're running out. You're running out here. There's 2 people. You have options. You can either throw a Molotov here or a firebox or in some odd place that you know somebody is, because this is already mollied out. This is already mollied out. So you just have to focus on sight. But your post plant, basically, if you don't throw this Molotov, or if you do, either way, your post plant is going to be anywhere in Tetris or Sandwich or just short. You're in charge of short. You can be Sandwich, be aware of CT, anything. You could be a Tetris, you know, hiding in this corner with a Molotov out, or you could be in short, hiding in this corner. I don't know why you would do that, because you're super exposed, no fallback. But you can be here and play for the post plant, because if it's planted there, you got the perfect position just to come out and shoot anybody. but you have control of this. And if anybody's coming up short, they're going to murder you first, most likely, unless they have super discipline or they don't see you because you're in sandwich. And they'll murder these people, and you'll be like, oh crap. And so you're in charge of short. You're in charge of short. Make sure nobody comes up from behind. Just glance at it every once in a while. You don't have to be full out watching it. Just help your teammates if they're on site. And you'll also, if you still have your molly, you can still molly triple or wherever the bomb is. Okay. So your post plant is Tetris and that area. Next guy is CT. Pre-plant, you can also watch behind if this guy needs help. You'll just take the headshot angle on this guy. But most likely you're just going to be standing here with your smoke. You're going to have the bomb. That's key. This guy's going to have the bomb because last one in, he wants to be the safest. You don't want to die with the bomb. And someone has to pick it up and, you know, it bounces all randomly, whatever. How you throw your CT smoke? Get right here. Look here. Throw it. I use a jump bind, but just jump and throw it. The apex of your jump. And it should work out. Bloom's right in the middle of CT. All good. You don't throw anything else. You're going to have your gun out while you're running. And 3 people have already been in. This is probably already, or this is cleared. This is still smoked. That's clear. So you don't really have to worry about anything. So you just come in, plant here or plant here. Either one. And your post plant is right here because your whole job, since these people, the triple box people, have CT, this should be cleared out just by anybody really, because it could be cleared out by you basically, just here, or you could have a molly. But honestly, you shouldn't throw the molly because if there's any pressure on site, your job, you have 2 jobs. One, your first job is to molly the bomb. If there's pressure on site and there's the bomb, you want to molly it. If it's here, you want to molly it, basically. But, okay, your more important job is you make sure nobody else is pushed. You don't have to worry about pals, you don't have to worry about Tetris, you just have to worry about people pushing along this wall to get to site. Because you are protecting these triple box people. You don't have to worry about CT, you don't have to worry about really anything. You just worry about for people pushing onto site and killing them, taking them off guard. Palace guy can help in that endeavor, but remember, he's not really supposed to be peeking out because he is the post plant guy. So smoke, mollied, possible mollies everywhere else. People who still have mollies can throw them on the bomb. 2 people here, 1 guy short, 1 guy staying in palace, 1 guy under balcony. You have your perfect setup, and that's it.